What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. I hope everybody out there is doing well today. As for myself, I am doing good. Just sitting here at the desk to get another recap out of the way. Sitting here just looking at my charts, and we gonna get this recap out of the way. I was about 20 minutes into it, and I noticed my mic wasn't turned on, so we gonna have to do this thing all over again. But it is well worth it because this one was a pretty good day. I recorded my trades this morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to first take a look at a trade that I took before I started recording. Took this one before the market opened. And then we're going to jump into the actual live recording and take a look at the first trade that I took. I'm going to kind of explain some of the new things that I am using in my trade strategy. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring up my main screen with NinjaTrader pulled up. And this is showing the first trade that I was in this morning. I'm actually in a trade right now, y'all. I revised my trading plan going into the new year, stating that I only want to trade between 9:30 and 11:30 in the morning. Don't want to be at my desk all day long. I don't want to be taking trades after hours. And here it is now. I am in a trade after hours. Y'all don't see that trade because it's an MNQ, and this is all pulled up for NQ. Let's take a quick peek at it though, real quick. And this isn't a Top Step account, y'all. Let's see. I'm up $12 on that trade right now. That is pretty doggone good. What I'll do is after we finish the recap, we'll take a look and see where it's at. Small risk. One of the things that I did kind of revise my trading plan and say is that if I do take trades after hours, stay away from NQ. Stay away from it. I could put on small risk with an MNQ. In this particular trade, I'm looking for big things, and it's actually looking pretty good, y'all. The 2 minute, or actually this is a 1 minute chart. The 1 minute has flipped red. It flipped red at 8:35. The 5 minute just flipped red. That is good. 15 minute got a long way to go before it flips red, but if we can get inside of what Spark likes to call the money zone between the fast and the slow moving average, that could be a good thing. But looking at today, this is what the market did today. Just incredible. It flipped green on the hourly chart early in the morning, and it just ran. So I'm going to try to see if I can get some of this back. I think I got my darn target sitting right here. And I'm in 2 MNQs. I'm risking about $40 on this trade. My stop is up here. So I'm hoping for some big things on this trade, but that's not what we're here for. We are here to get this recap out the way. So before we start that, we're going to look up here at the upper left chart. This is the tick chart. And you see, I took a trade right up through here around 8:15 this morning. And you see this blue aqua line. This is a price level that I got from the 4-hour chart. If you are not marking your charts up with key price levels, you are doing yourself a disservice. Now, I used to have my charts all the way marked up with 5-minute levels, 15-minute level, hourly levels, intraday levels. What I started doing recently is just putting 4-hour levels. So if you come over and you look at the hourly chart, you'll see 4-hour levels are aqua, and then you will see hourly levels as black lines. But those are the only two levels that I'm putting, and then I'll put intraday levels throughout the day. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna bring up my my 4-hour chart real quick, and I keep that on my left-hand monitor. So I'm gonna just drag that over here real quick. And on this particular chart, it has a hourly, a 4-hour, a 12-hour, a daily, and a weekly. But I just concern myself with the 4-hour for price levels. And how I find these levels is I look for key pivots in key areas where the market kind of soaks at a level. And I'll just drop a aqua line. So that's what you see there. You come down here, this is where the market was at months and months ago. You see, we have to go all the way back December 7th. Not too bad, but over here where it's like a Christmas tree with reds, blacks, all these different colors. It's going all the way back to like November. I don't want to cloud my chart up with all those lines, and it kind of can get me in and out of trades a lot of times. So I just do the 4-hour, the hourly, and then I'll drop intraday as the market is moving. So that's where that line comes from, just to kind of give you some context on that. But I took this trade 8:15, and prior to this trade, I was down. I had taken a trade like around 11 or 12ish or so, MNQ, fairly insignificant, but it was a red trade. But I sat down at the desk about 8 o'clock, and I saw that the market had came up over the hourly 50 EMA, pulled back, and it made this decent little move going up. So I got long, and I only wanted to trade this up to the blue line. And you see, that's exactly what I did. I got in. It made this move. It pulled back, stopped me out right there for the first one, small profit. Came up, and I got out of this one for the next profit. So when I switch over to the video, you're going to see that I'm already green on the morning. That's why I'm green. That's why I'm green. That trade right there. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead, bring up the video. And this is the video right here. Typical layout for myself, except I've added one thing, and this is kind of blurry. So let me do that so it clears it up. You got my tick charts, upper left, 200, 5, and 1,000. I could just kind of flip between them. 5-minute chart, 2-minute chart. And I'll swap this over to 1 minute every so often, because right here I have what they call the $ tick chart. And this is coming from TOS. So I just created a single window, dropped it over here on top of what would be my 15-minute chart. I pinned it so that it just stays on top of everything. And this has been a game changer. This has been a game changer for my trading, y'all. This is what they call one of the breath indicators, breath indicators. And it was something I used to look at along with the ad, but I got away from it. But one thing about the Discord, one thing about my Discord is that the guys that are in there, we are always looking for ways to better our edge. This was something that Spark got back looking into because of a video that he watched. I went back and looked at it, and it has been a game changer, y'all. But what I am going to do, I'm going to pull up real quick the definition for the tick. And I'm getting this from investopedia.com. And I just want to focus on this right here. And then I'm going to show you what they say about it working in a trending market and a range-bound market. But it basically says the tick index is a popular indicator used by day traders to view the overall market sentiment at a given point in time. Seeing the ratio of up stocks to down stocks allows traders to make quick trading decisions that are dependent upon market movement. By me trading futures, that's all I'm focusing on is the market, not an individual stock. Typically, readings of 1,000, positive 1,000, and negative 1,000 are considered extremes. Traders should be mindful of overbought and oversold conditions at these levels. Not going to worry about reading this right now, but what I am going to do is go down to where it talks about range-bound markets. So it says The tick index can be used to help time entries and exits in choppy markets. Traders could open a long position when the tick index falls below negative 1,000 and exit when the indicator gives a reading of positive 1,000. Traders could match these readings with key support and resistance levels from an existing trading range before entering the market. Support and resistance, those blue lines that you see on my chart. Trending market. The tick index can remain above or below zero for extended durations when a stock is trending. If a market is trending higher, traders could take an entry when the indicator returns to zero instead of waiting for it to return to negative 1,000. Other indicators could be used in conjunction with the tick index to increase the probability of a successful trade. For instance, traders might use a moving average with the tick index to confirm the market is trending. My fast and slow moving averages. Divergence. This is not something that I have read. So let's see what it says. Divergence. Traders can look for divergence between the tick index and price to gauge the underlying strength of a market. For example, if a stock's price is making lower lows, but the tick index is making higher lows, it indicates that the sellers may be losing momentum. Conversely, if a stock's price is reaching new highs while the tick index is failing to register new highs, it suggests possible weakness in the prevailing trend. So that is what Investopedia says about the tick index. So let's go back to our live recording and I'll make a caveat. One thing about the tick chart, just like you have two markets, you got the ES and you got the NQ, you have the $ tick and you have the $ tick dash Q. So you want to be comparing apples to apples if you're going to think about using the dollar tick. The dollar tick correlates to the ES. The $ tick dash Q correlates to the NQ. And where they talk about the extremes of negative 1,000 and positive 1,000, negative 1,000, positive 1,000, that applies to the $ tick. $ tick dash Q, extremes are usually around 750, negative 750. If you get down here to negative 1,000, that is very, very extreme. Friday, the market opened at negative 1,000. I instantly went long. I didn't hesitate. I didn't think about it because that's an extreme. There is no place for it to go other than to maybe consolidate or snap higher. I played it to snap higher and I made a good trade out of it. But that is what this is. Within those extremes, there are other levels that it likes to hang around. They mentioned the zero, so I put a black line. This is about 400. That's 750. That's 1,000. So you can use those levels to kind of gauge if you're going to get a reversal. Let's go ahead. Let's start the video. And we're going to look at just one trade. What time? Yep, we'll look at just one trade. So we got 28 seconds before the market opens. I do have this sped up. So one thing, I'll pause it real quick. This here tells you on the day. So this was the previous day. The high it hit up to, or actually for this particular chart, it hit up to 1,104 was a high, 1,329 was the lowest that it got, and it closed at negative 166. So what I want to see is where this is going to open at. So there go to market opening. Let me slow this down just a hair bit. Market opens, and this is a lagging indicator, so it kind of lagged, but we see it opened near zero. So now I'm going to start watching my chart. And I'm going to see what the trend is looking like. I'm going to pause it again real quick. Just to come back, we'll take a look, see where it's at. So 911, we see that the market on the upper left-hand chart got above my 4-hour level, came up to an intraday level, and just kind of kept testing it, never could break it. Going into the market open, it got above it, it came back, it retested it, and it held. Came up, pulled all the way back. Now, see, on this move, I would have liked to see this pull back to this pivot right here and catch support, but it doesn't. It comes all the way back down. It's not what I like to see, but I'm still good with it because now I can look over here and see where the $ tick is, and it's above 0. Boom. You see I take a long right there. My stop is going to be this pivot. I need to get it adjusted, but I don't. I'm in 2 MNQs, small size, and let's see what this thing does. So here, I'm going to be paying attention, and you notice I just moved my target up to this blue line, this the next 4-hour level, basically zone to zone, as Spark likes to say. That's my target up there. So we're good. You see I got my stop moved up now. I'm locking profit in, and I'm putting it below this little pivot right there that you see. Started back up. Tick is just hovering right around 0. No problem. I'm good with that. We're up 50 bucks on this trade. Not bad. Not bad. And it's making good moves. We're up like 15, 16 points. I can move my stop to right here now because if this breaks this pivot, we're coming down. So you see I move my stop up. Let's see what it keeps doing. It's making a nice move, just kind of consolidating around. You see that we're at 0, -77. Boom, it's making that move. I move my target out of the way in case this wants to spike through it. Pulls back, stops me out. No harm, no foul. Look at that move though, y'all. Look at that move and look at my entry right when it flips back green. Solid entry right there. Slight little pullback, off to the races. I would have liked to have seen this just break through and keep going, but the market don't always do what we want it to do on our time. So let's just take a look and let's see what this does. And now you see I'm up 264. Not bad. I finished this account up today up 279, just in case you want to know. Made like another 15 bucks off of it. Wasn't nothing to brag about. Took a couple of red trades, took a couple of green trades, shut it down being up 279. But we'll see this come on back up. Let's see if it's going to break it. Does not. Pulls back. And you notice this is a zone. It's not coming up touching that every single time. It's just coming up to that zone. So up here, I'm not wanting to go long because this could reject. But let's just keep watching. Let's see what it does. It's just chopping around. I'm going to speed this back up since we're going to be up out of here in a second. And you might say, why don't you bring that down since it's not going all the way up there? Look at what it does. It goes right up to it. Comes on back down, rejects it. Market was just on fire today. After this, you would have expected to see this kind of pullback, but the market wasn't having it. Let's take a look at the $ tick. Still just hovering right around 0. It's not flushing down, and it's not making any extreme moves up. Hard to kind of tell what it's going to do right there, so I'm not really trading it. I like to trade it from the extremes. But we do finally break this 4-hour level. Comes back for the retest. It fails it. Comes back down. Goes back up. Let's see. You want to see a new higher high off of this one. We don't get it. We get basically a even high. Let's see if it pulls back down. That's what I would expect it to do because it didn't break and just go. So let's see what it does. It's failing. It's failing. Here come a retest. We don't get it. It breaks the low of this. This is going to come down. I would expect it to come down to about right there. That's where I would expect it to come to. And then if it could break that, it's coming down to here. But it caught support right there. That's just being able to read a chart and look to the left. We get the retest back above, and it's just chopping around. Come back over $sign tick. It's confirming it. It's just chopping around. I'm going to probably redo my layout this evening, and I'm going to put this directly below so I don't have to like turn my head to the right. It's just straight up and down. But we finally back above it. It's coming back up. Boom. There's the break. Now you want to see this come back down, retest this, hold, and set a new high. That's what I would want to see it. I would want to see it hold right here, set a new high. There's the slightly higher high. Now I want to see this come back down and use this again and set a higher low. So you get the higher low right there. That's me just reading the chart. I want to see these levels act as support. Even though this is on a very small 200 tick chart time frame, you can get those quick little moves, especially if you trade in Qs or if you go in with some sides. But we see it reverse, and that was, look at that. The tick chart, it came down a little bit. That's that little extreme. It bounces. And this thing was just off to the races. Look at that. Come over to this right-hand chart. It's almost up to previous high of day. But the market was just crazy today. The market was bonkers, y'all. It was absolutely crazy. And on that note, we are going to wrap this one up right here about my 20-minute mark. I kind of like to keep my videos right around 20 minutes. So as always, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, now would be an excellent time to do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. How has your year started off? We 8 days already into the new year. You make any new resolutions for your trading? And are you sticking with them? I know there's a couple of guys in the Discord. We made some resolutions, and we've already broke some of them. This trading thing is just, it could be difficult. But like I said, that was in the Top Step account. These prop firms have a way of getting you back in. Apex gave an 80% off discount a few days ago, maybe about 5 days ago. So I bought a couple of accounts. 50K account. I didn't really trade that account today. I made $50 in that account because I only needed to make $6 to get over the limit to make it a PA account. I said I wasn't going to really speak on that because I kind of want to just focus this time around on trading that account like it's supposed to. But Apex did surprise me today. I logged in just to see where I was at. It showed I had traded it for 5 days, and it showed I had passed. I thought it was 7 days that I needed to trade it to pass, but I passed it. 5 days, made 3 grand. So went on, signed the form, and we'll be back in a PA account, and we will try to trade that thing smart. We will try to trade that thing the way it's supposed to be traded. Top Step, they gave a discount as well. They were $24 for an account, so I grabbed one of those. That's the one that you saw me taking trades in today. And we're going to try to just take solid trades with it. Magnet to 50, hadn't really done nothing because I'm in quite a few positions, and those positions are red right now. Good thing about the magnet strategy, it only takes one of those to go green, and it will make up the losses for like 5 ones that don't work out. So that's what we are doing over here at LMD Trading. As always, thanks for checking me out. We will be back at it again tomorrow. Throw the deuces up with this hand because I got a cast on my other hand. Peace.